Guys. Okay, I am just making sure that we're ready to go. Those of you who are hopping in can hear me okay. Um, okay. I think it's just like a little bit behind. That was the thing I was trying to figure out. Today, I am live and wanting to talk to you guys a little bit about starting a university. I would love to see you in the chat. Say hello because that will help me um, make sure that we're ready to go. So I had to delete the live stream session that was directly on the YouTube page because I wanted to use Zoom so that I could share with you guys some slides for what for what I want to show you guys, which is pretty fun. So I would love to start out with a text that I got from one of my girlfriends. I'm trying to make sure I can see your guys' chat comments at the same time as this. Um, so I would love to show you guys um this text that I got from one of my girlfriends. So one of her friends said, "I'm thinking about getting a proper education in design." I was like, "Oh, that's an interesting way to say that." Um, oh, I'm not seeing it on this feed from her. Um, so she said, "I'm looking to get a proper education." And she showed me, she was like, "I guess I'm not doing it." She showed me the cost of each of these different schools and how much they were in tuition. And I just thought it was really interesting because, now you can go online and you can take any kind of class, right? Any kind of class out there to, further your education on anything you want to do. And so it was just an interesting choice for me to decide, I think we need to start a university. And I probably started a university for really different reasons than most people start a university. I think most people start a university if they start one, because once you find out what you have to do to start one, it's not so exciting. But the reason I started a university is because I really was concerned with the fact that in our university systems, most of us do not know what our outcome is going to be. So I get a design education, and then I become a designer, right? And the hope is that I can get a job in corporate America as a designer, right? What about artists? If you go get an art degree, like a painting degree or something else, what do you hope to do with it? You go to 4 years of school, you get a painting degree or an illustration degree, and then what do? The path isn't quite as clear, right? And so I started thinking about what we do in Design Suite. So in Design Suite, we not only teach design, but at the same time, we make sure and teach you product design. So that means that you know how to actually make stuff that's already in the marketplace, okay, that you can make money on. And then furthermore, we talk to our students about fundamental business principles so that they know how to design and create a creative business with it. And I thought, what if universities gave out degrees that were that practical? And I looked around and I didn't really see it, at least for the design industry. And I thought, okay, this is one thing you're kind of qualified for, Karina. Um, Maybe you should do this. And so I actually we had considered it. I had thought about the idea probably a year previous, but then I sat on it because I just didn't feel like the timing was right, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it. And I finally went to a conference and sat down, talked to a consultant, talked to people there, went to go see all the things that they were working on and doing. What were the logistical things I was up against? What was the red tape that I was going to be dealing with in order to do this? And thought, okay, this is definitely doable. Um, it's doable based on my personality and what I want to accomplish. And it's doable because, like, this would really make a difference in what we're seeing in post-secondary education. And so I started a university, and originally the name was the University of Arts and Design Business. So there was a business component at the end of it. It ended up just being too long. And after a couple of months of registering for that name, we switched it to the University of Arts and Design. And I'm so glad we did. Um, right now, what we decided to really focus on is a Master's of Arts in design business and a design certificate for those who have no undergraduate degree. Like if you don't have a bachelor's, an associate, or an associate's degree, I mean, you have to have a bachelor's degree to go do the master's degree. And so we were like, how do we give this kind of education to someone who really wants it? So we created an undergraduate design certificate program for that. So right now we really only offer 3 things: a design certificate, and there's actually 4 design certificates you can get. A Master's of Arts in Design Business. We have 2 emphasis areas. One is visual arts and one is digital technology. And a Master's of Fine Arts in Digital Design. And what we've done is create curriculum that is very step 1, step 2, step 3. It is step-by-step curriculum. And I just had a meeting with one of our master's degree students yesterday, explaining to her why we did all the things we're doing. So I'd love to explain this to you guys and maybe show you guys some of what we're doing in terms of curriculum so you can kind of understand it. So this person wants to create a game and do this whole design game box thing to get it going, okay? She wants to be in charge of designing it, implementing it, and running the business for it, okay? So in semester A, which is not included in the master's degree program, it is included in the certificate program. It's what we call foundational graphic design principles. You have an introduction to Illustrator class, an introduction to Photoshop and InDesign class, and then a graphic design foundations classes, okay? Sometimes these are called other things like computer graphics class, or computer fundamentals classes. When I taught at the University of Minnesota, our foundations class was called, I think it's called Graphic Design Foundations. We call it Design Foundations on Fire. And so you take that and it really makes sure that you're great in software and good with design, like vocabulary, right? So I was like, she took that. Okay. Then semester B, we really focus on, and guys, I'm going to pull this up because I'm not going to remember all the things. Okay. I'm going to just share this with you. I'm going to share my screen with you because this will make more sense than me just trying to say it. So this is our master's degree. So her semester B, which is her first semester in the master's degree program, she does 1 business class, and then she does our creative innovations and color theory class, which helps you make sure that you're good on color theory, but also make sure that you're really good at anything that's up and coming. So we have like an AI class in there, okay? And then an up-leveled Illustrator class, okay? And I promise this is going somewhere, you guys. Then semester C, she has 1 more business class, and then she does surface design and she does 3D or die cut design, okay? This all brings us to semester D, which is your 4th semester of your master's degree student. Well, 3 in 1 like prerequisite, okay? She wants to do game design. So what she's going to do is, now that she has all of these foundations, when she goes to build her design business capstone class, she's going to have 2 semesters of that. She's going to build her business with her game design. Okay. So now, because she has die cut design, she can easily build the box and all the materials, all the templates for making this game, right? You guys know, like when you open up a game, there's usually like slots and boxes and all these weird things in it. She's going to be able to do that. Because she did surface patterns, she's going to be able to build patterns and know how all the areas of this game are going to look and make it really beautiful and pretty. Because she took InDesign semester A, she's going to be able to build out the instruction sheets. She's going to be able to lay out all the things that she needs and that she's going to be good on, okay? Also in semester D, she has a web design class. So she's going to be able to build the website for it, make sure that she is good to go. We have a branding class. That branding class will help her come up with the logo, make sure that she's on brand for all the things she's doing, develop all the content for it. Okay. So, like every piece of what you do in the curriculum is meant to help you build whatever business you plan on building. Now, this was kind of a unique situation because she was like, I really want to build like a game design and I want to sell it. And these are the things I'm going to do. And she'll build a business plan for it, which is incredible. And she's kind of building those foundations for it while she's doing it directly here in the coursework. In fact, by the time she's ready to really launch this thing, she will have everything ready. She'll have her executive summary ready. She'll know what platform she's going to work on to get there because we do that in workflow and production, right? So everything leads you to this one place to really build a business. And I'm not sure that we've really done a great job of telling people like this curriculum is unique. Like, not only are you getting a master's degree, but you're getting a master's degree that literally leads you to a place that you, as a solo entrepreneur, can build out a business, which is so crazy and so, so cool. Okay. Now, what about my designers or artists who want to be and want to do like an online business, right? They just want to design and license and that kind of thing. Same thing here. We make sure you understand how to build a lot of different products. Doesn't mean these will be the products that you end up designing for, but you will know how to do it. And you start building that online platform and business through volume of product. We do this in Design Suite. It's called Art to Cart. In your two semesters of your design business capstone class. Okay. So, like everything here is meant to lead you into building an amazing business for yourself. And that's the unique thing that we are doing, and the reason why I really wanted to start a university. I saw the hard work that my Design Suite members were doing, and I thought, you guys aren't getting any acknowledgement for this. Man, wouldn't it be great to show that you guys are doing the equivalent work of a master's degree? Because I knew that they were. And this really, once we were able to start the university, we have like credit evaluations for every single class. We have curriculum outlines for every single class. We know exactly how much is being done. Most of these are 3 credit hour classes. So that means that they are on that system. It's 45 hours of engagement per class, 90 hours of prep time in these classes. So just like a regular university, because it is a university, but like I don't think we've done a great job of telling people like this really is like this is going to get you there, not only in what you really want to do as a business owner, but it's going to get you there and get you the degree so that you have the acknowledgement as well to make it happen. Now, sometimes people are like, well, Karina, that's great if you can do a master's degree. And by the way, you can have a bachelor's in anything to come do this degree. You just have to do the prerequisite semester, which is semester A, to get there. But that's why we kind of built this design certificate program with you'll see similar classes. It does have, you have different, you don't have quite the same I was going to say strenuous like things that we have to do in the master's degree, but it's still very competency based, it's outcomes based. Instead of the 5 semesters or the preparatory semester is part of your design certificate here. So you're doing semester A, B, C, D, and then you're done. So you have 1 semester of capstone, and this is the biggest certificate you can get called the Art and Design Business Certificate. And it's like so good, you guys. There's like so much great stuff in it to get you there. You're still doing your web designing, you're creating your business brand, you are doing business workflow and production, but you're also building surface pattern design. You're also doing die cut design. We also have much smaller certificates, like a digital production certificate. The certificates build on each other. We have a surface pattern certificate. And we really did this because we wanted you to have business outcomes, make sure you knew Illustrator, and that you had a really I want to say strenuous, that's a rigorous surface pattern design class because ours is rigorous. It covers wallpaper, it covers scrapbooking paper, and it covers fabric. And it makes sure that you know how to build collections. Okay. The students who are in it now will tell you like we really like dig down to make sure you're building great masters, great secondaries, and following through on that. Okay. The last program we have that I haven't talked about yet is I'm like flipping through this so you guys see. And by the way, you guys, you can see all of this on our website at uad.education. We have a handbook you can download. It has the entire curriculum laid out for you. And interestingly enough, we've also made sure and set everything up. It's interesting in semester A, B, C, D, or E, or F. So you know which classes you should take per term. Okay. There are a couple of classes we kind of have to like flip around depending on what faculty members teaching it and availability. But for the most part, this kind of stands like this pretty easily. Okay. So the Masters of Fine Arts and Design has 2 extra semesters in it. So it's a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 semester, sorry, 6 semester curriculum. It is a terminal degree. So an MFA is a terminal degree in the field. And what it will get you is the ability to teach, which is pretty amazing at the collegiate level. It's also going to give you a much more in-depth view. You'll notice we have things like visual story telling with art and design, fine art for the digital age, advanced digital illustration, designing for usability and accessibility. So some kind of deeper dives into art and design curriculum, which is pretty fun. So all of this to say, like, we do things really, really different. We are currently in our spring 1 semester, and March 17th, so we're only a couple of weeks away to getting into our spring 2 semester. Okay. So if you're really interested in that, I really want to encourage you to apply. The other really cool thing that we're doing right now is we're in our first year as a university. And so because of that, we do get to offer some discounts. If you are like, I would love to know what those discounts are, you can always go to our website, uad.education, click on Ask a Question, and submit a form there. And we can sign you up to talk to an advising team member so they can tell you what kind of discounts we currently have at the university. So pretty cool. And I really want to encourage you that if this is something that you've been wanting to do, you're like, I would love to run a business. I would love to get a master's degree, or I'd love to get a certificate, because certificates are becoming much more popular these days. What's so great about certificate is that there are no general education credits in it. So we're not currently doing anything where you have to do biology and English and math on top of everything else. We're very strictly working towards like outcome-based degrees and certificates. So right now in design, and you'll have to kind of see what we do as we move forward in the future, because I'm sure there'll be other things that we'll get to offer that'll be really cool. So right now we are licensed only in a few states, and I don't know if my slides are updated. They are not updated, but I'm going to share this with you anyway, and I'm going to verbally tell you which ones. So Oklahoma is no longer on our license list. They just came out with new legislation, so they're not on this list, but California is, and it's not on this list. So we are licensed in California at this moment. So Arizona, if you're in Colorado, you can do the master's degree. If you're in Delaware, you can do the certificate program. We have Florida, Hawaii, Idaho, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Missouri, Nebraska, New Hampshire, North Dakota, Ohio. Then we're not in Oklahoma at this moment. Pennsylvania, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Utah, Vermont, Washington, and West Virginia, and then California as well, which is not updated on this slide deck. It is updated on our website though. So if you are really interested in this and you are in one of these states, you are welcome to apply. These are the states we are either licensed or exempt in. And keep an eye, if we're not in a state currently that you can apply to, just keep an eye out for as we are working towards figuring things out to get ourselves in many more states. So super excited for those of you who are coming into spring 2. I know we've got several people already signed up for that, and really excited for those of you to get this degree. It's going to be so, so cool. All right, I'm going to stop sharing. Any questions in the chat? I know we have some people who are live in the chat right now. And I just want to make sure I answer anybody's questions, and if I can even see them, because the funny thing is, because I'm going live via Zoom. which I've only done one other time, I can't see everything that you guys are seeing. So it makes it a little bit hard because I'm trying to kind of see on both ends. If you have questions and you want to put it into the chat after the fact, if you're watching the replay, I'd love to answer them. We would love for you to come experience something really unique at a university that really cares about their students. I have made it, especially in the last 4 years, a goal to really help artists and creatives and makers figure out ways to make profitable businesses for themselves. And that has been such a cool thing. And I'm just really excited that I get to offer that through this university, that I get the ability to work with people on like education boards and stuff. It's really, really such a cool process. It's also a daunting process. So you'll kind of see more as I kind of let you guys see all the cool things that we're doing. And just keep in touch and keep us in mind if you're interested in a certificate or a master's degree, because I think we could be the program for you. All right. Everybody have such a wonderful day. I will see you guys live again tomorrow. And